past Lai, Tongfu, or LGDCN. And LGDCN actually ended up losing to Lai earlier today. But there's more awesome games coming to you tomorrow at 7 a.m. at 7 CEST. And that's VG versus Newbie and LGDC versus HGT. And then the winner will play the winner of the other game. So that's what's coming your way tomorrow as far as the games from ESL 1. You can find that right here on Joined at Red as well. But as far as this match goes, this is our last upper bracket round of 32. So the quarterfinals is next. The winner of this will face up against Fnatic, who just managed to scrape a win against X Game, having to be forced to go 2-1 into their third game. But they did come out on top. But the winner of this set will face up against Fnatic. The loser will drop down to face up against X Game. So that's the grid. It's a double elimination. All games are best of 3. And you can find the details out over on joindota.com if you want to keep following the tournament. All right. So let's run through our lane to get ourselves a bit of a perspective. Hello, Bucky Mad. Or do I say goodbye, Bucky Mad? He levels up Leap. He's just trying to stay out of range of the Firefly. But Funny reveals the fact that he went that to start with, so there's no sticky napalm for him. Also shows confidence. Invisibility! It shows a lot of confidence to go up into the top lane by himself. Okay, that's a obvious maneuver when you Firefly over a tree line. But he has an invis rune, he's fine. And the Observer Ward that's here, notice too, they've also cut this tree down, so the vision is proper. Like it works proper. That's English, say it correctly. The vision is expanded because that tree is brought down. And Funny gets already the full creep wave. So he's very, very happy with this. So it's like middle lane. Arvin will be the mid matchup up against Denny, so it will be a silencer in the middle lane. Surprisingly too, he levels up Glaives to start with an old talisman being his first item. At the Glaives build, there's actually one player over on Navi that has to know this hero back to front. And it's actually kind of a surprise that he's not playing it, but Vanskor. Like he played a lot. He played a lot of silencer. Like Team Empire in total, with the two supports that actually switched around a couple of times. It was always on Fnatic that actually played the silencer instead. Now, either way, he has a lot of experience having silencer on his lineup. And the Glaives of Wisdom was initially picked up back before the intelligence deal, when you got a kill, was actually tied into having the Glaives of Wisdom being picked up. But now you don't even need to do that. So you just have like your last word. But it seems like Denny wants to use it. It's 15 mana anyway. And it's just giving him that bonus damage up against the Omni Knight. Like it's 19 plus 3 up against 30 plus 9. So yeah, you want to be using your Glaives early on. Then he knows where the power can come from. Vorst watching Soska on this bottom lane, as Vanskor seems to be chasing him around the tree line. Soska can be careful how close he comes in. I'll stomp into a double edge. He's still got a salve available, but Vorst won't hesitate to take his life points away from him. Yeah, so it is actually Vanskor. Thank you. 16 to 12 is the career. Mad. How much damage do you keep taking? The repel from Arvin protected him at the last moment. That just means FNG, as well as Denny, throw a lot more attacks into the Omni Knight. He'll at least get his bottle up and running, but Mad, they're just getting so much range spam coming out from Dendy as well as FNG. This mid-stance is working overtime while Funnick, the sticky napalm can continue. Gerald goes into a sprint. He's just going to come down and pick up his boots. He needs the movement speed. Clockwork not having a great time. Just before first blood, Vanskor came in with a haster and he didn't even need to throw the catcher right then. It looks like a Vorst caught Clockwork out of position. Cogs and battery assaults. Maybe Clockwork was trying to catch a Vorst out of position. But that's a Centaur, man. He only had boots and a stout shield, so there's no like rings and everything else, but either way, that Centaur's still a very, very tanky creature. Bucky Mad's now up on the top lane, but the pool's being contested by Funnick. This is what he does so perfectly over on the Dire side. I'm surprised he's able to do it while he's playing a Bat Rider on the Radiant side. And now he finds Bucky Mad. These trolls are still dying inside the Firefly. Not all, not completely. So there's still 2 more there. And they actually start attacking over on Shiro. I think Vorst is again trying to initiate on the Soska. Well, Funnick now just... he doesn't even have to attack. He just stares down Arvin. They buys more space for Denny, who's bottling up while leaving his null on the ground. It's like an arrow flew in from Mad, but a little bit off target from him. Sticky napalm's also making it rather difficult to turn. Now Dendy throws the glaive and the repel has to be used instantly by Arvin. The Dazzle will also make his way in here. But it's a very low-level Dazzle. And Mad can't seem to get these arrows to connect onto a hero. He wants just to hit Denny directly, but now Army Knight's having a little bit of trouble, having to be forced back again. And these stacks, which are meant to flood into the Bat Rider, have been prepped up beautifully as well. So Navi is going to have a Bat Rider. I'm not going to say it's going to be pre-9 minutes, but Phonic is definitely going to hit his level 6 in the next couple of minutes. And we'll be looking to get his money to get a Blink Dagger very, very soon. Arbor's coming down to check for the runes. It's going to be a little bit sad, though. There's no rune to be found. In fact, Dazzle is the man who already took it, so I don't know why he's checking for it. The Invis rune for him is up on the top lane. Bottom lane, nope, divorced. Again, man finding up against Oshka. He caught in the tree line, he's got double edge available. He'll try and deny himself. So actually, not enough damage to kill off Soshka. Venscore, I think the ping was coming out from a voice saying, can you throw out some poison? Now the catcher and poison. It's over on Bucky Mad. If Venscore can hit the second wave, which he can with one attack, he got the kill.
Tower is under attack.
Revenge is sweet. And it goes the way of Venscore. And again, Mad getting juked around inside the tree line. As Denny is again zoning out this Omni Knight. Oh, poor Arbin. 3.5 levels up against 5.5 on Dendy. So it's not as though he's having a hard enough time keeping his intelligence near that of Dendy. Because the int damage buff up, that's only from 3 branches as well as a null. What else has he got coming out to him? We got boots and looks like the completion of a wand. Also an extra observer ward to come down. There's a sentry ward already down here in the middle lane, which we're searching for it, but there's an observer ward up on high ground too. I think FNG, well, he's rotating in with his own sentry ward. Drops down, well, the observer ward to start with, and they just repel and deny up the observer ward. So if that doesn't flag the fact he has to drop a sentry in the mid, I don't know what will. But Phonic's on the bottom lane now. He's up to level 7. He's going to be bottle charging for the moment. Centaur ulti, if they call someone, yeah, they have. Oh, man, it's really not his 9, is it? The amount of deaths Man's got, I'm pretty sure it's like 50% of all of the deaths for denial tonight. It has not been a pretty time for him. And now it's Dazzle who's the man who gets cursed up and disarmed. So DD rune on bottom river, and the Omni Knight will be able to get it. Venscore didn't move over to check out for the rune. And instead they're grouping up a little bit more in the mid lane. How's that Bat Rider looking with his Blink Dagger? Well, they're giving him the farm on bottom lane so he's able to get to that point. Clockwork, nice hook in. They go on Denny. The Courier's here as well. Disruption will come out. Yo, Courier, yeah, move yourself back. Denny trying to be killed off. They got a lot of damage there with the heals, but Venscore, he kept him alive. There's a double damage Arbin, and he cannot reach Denny. Not enough damage. They've dove too far into the tower. Silencer's still insanely low.
Under attack.
He's used all the bottle charges he had. Got 2 stick charges up his sleeve, but he has no other choice, Denny, but to back up. But the fact that, Denial focused Dendy during game number 1. He was the primary person they wanted to kill time and time again. And now here in game 2, they seem to be trying to do the same thing again, but with nowhere near the same level of success. And in fact, they're losing their lanes harder because of this. You got Jural farming up in the top lane as this starter, but by the time he's ready to come in and initiate, the Blink Dagger is only going to be half of it. He needs to have the life points to also survive. He actually needs to have a BKB against this lineup, or else Silencer, Skywrath, SD, and Centaur will control him perfectly. Oh, Arbin. At least you can't get hit by glaives right now. But the second this repel wears off, then he will continue to just pummel into you. Now Horvorce is the man farming up. Arrow will be evaded. The hook shot never came either. There's too many creeps in the way for him to get a clean line. But Divorce is now getting his Blink Dagger while Bat Rider's finished farming up his own Blink Dagger inside the jungle. Looks like he attempted to do a double stack but failed.
Be well.
That's a nice regeneration rune for an Omni Knight to grab. But the big test right now is for Denial. Their initiation, when you look at it, okay, you still got amplification. You don't have Dazzle's ultimate just yet, but you got an amplification so you can get kills. but you need to have the initiation right. Soshka, well, right now he's just trying to get himself off this bottom lane, but with a Hoof Stomp and then the Centaur ulti being used to allow Funnick to get a Blink Dagger up and the drag back on the Dazzle. That worked for Navi in two different ways. One, he stopped the shallow grave. That was going to keep Clockwork alive just a little bit longer than he might have been able to get himself away to safety. But the Centaur ulti let him get on top of Clockwork and then get a straight up initiation onto the Dazzle, turning what was one kill into two. And the first time the Blink Dagger is shown, they get 2 kills. They're happy with that. Dandy, Arbin's in pretty close. He's going for the purification, but Dandy wants to try and man fight this. He doesn't have bottle charges available. He's got a Force, Clockwork, hook shots in, and now he's actually locked Arbin in here with the Force, but the ulti went up from Arbin, protecting him from the physical DPS. A Force Hoof Stomp, but Slaughter better on the crush. They bring down a Vorst, and Denal bring 4 heroes in to make sure that can happen. They did blow the regeneration rune, however, over on Arbin, but they afford the Blink Dagger on Giral, which means Denal can finally start making some bigger plays of their own without always just having to rely on Navi to do what they did just then, which was an overextension.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Wish all the best of luck as well, the guys are about to potentially win 5 rares, courtesy of Dota 2 Lounge. If you haven't done your bets for the game, you should get yourself over there. They are supporting us here at Join Dota by giving us rares to do giveaways on our live stream. So please go over and subscribe yourself up and support Join Dota as much as you possibly can. We'll try and do bigger and better things for you. Centaur coming down, no 10-minute rune on the top. In fact, it's going to be an Invis rune to be grabbed up by the Bat Rider on the bottom. And now Havorst and FNG. Havorst just wants a straight Blink initiation and FNG to follow him. Blink, Hoof Stomp, Mystic Flare's not in range, but he just does the same with Double Edge. Giral, well, he's already used his sprint, and Havorst actually triggers the ultimate. It's going to allow FNG to escape. It's also allowing Funnick to come up and find Soshka in the middle lane. And this will be a kill for Dendy. Unless he... Well, where's the vision? They can see him there because the observe ward's on the other side of the cliff. So they know Soshka's there. And Funnick, Firefly, Blink, Lasso. Support's coming down. That's Giral. Blink gets himself a double crush for Soshka. Large amount of damage already, especially when the Global Silence will come up. He'll pop from the poison. Actually, it's going to be Silencer getting the kill for that one. But they keep the poison layers coming in. Skywrath managed to pick up the Mirana. And Funnick is getting in deep. But the Firefly's on top of the Dazzle, allowing him to get a kill. But Funnick, he's locked in at the moment. The Flame Break trying to buy some space. But the amplification means he cannot juke around the tree lines. Ends up being a 3-for-1 trade-off with Denial coming off the worst for it. And Avorsis goes back to his farming. Bottom lane, FNG's farming up on top lane. And Denial brought their entire team into middle lane to defend what they probably thought was a full 5-man fight from Navi. And it hit like it was. Well, Danny will go down while up on top lane. FNG, Soshka. You can see him lining up to try and get this initiation off. With the battery assault, they'll get the kill. So Slana Blink Dagger from Giral being put to use again. And he goes 10-6 now on the board. And Giral's starting to really get ahead as far as gold and experience. Up to level 10.5. He's got his Blink Dagger. Doesn't really have a lot of items to really show for it, but his net worth is sitting at 4.9k. It might change up a little bit in a moment. This bottom tower has been brought down by Cardi. Denial is coming in from Chiro. But I don't think a Force wants to let him have it. He's coming in, attacks once, now the Hoof Stomp, deny the tower. Nope, focus on the kill. The Force will go down, trying to snipe out the tower. Can't do it, so Centaur gives his life, and the bottom tower goes down. Wait for free money to just to fly from the heavens to Denial. So Soshka up into the trees. Protected for the moment. He's considering his jump down. Dandy is pretty exposed there. But it's only a level 1 hook shot, so his range isn't as great. It's that green line right there. Now Dandy is in range, but Soshka has to move himself back in range of his own tower. Well, it looks like in middle lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Funnick missed the initiation. There will be a hook shot. He goes on Denny. There's no global silence. There is the arrow, however, coming in, but it's a little bit too low for Matt. Now the global silence will be used because it's a double prong attack. They're going to find Arbor here in the middle lane. He's got purification, but Centaur's still going to slice him up. Denny running back to his own tier 1 tower. The weave will be triggered. Just at the last moment, we can make sure that Soshka, no matter what, will stay alive, while in middle lane, the Bat Rider will go down. The crush from Giral. That will do the damage. Vorst blinks himself down. They start to run back up again while the Mystic Flare FNG You stay close enough, you can get the kill over on Slaughter, not to mention able to get the extra experience from it. With that TP coming in from Mirana while she's walking around with plus 17 armor. Yeah.
To restore her to the
That's the effect of the Dazzle. And have effects on the top lane as well as coming to defend the mid. Skywrath made sure to nut himself up to the neutrals. It was the easy way to get back to base without having to use a TP scroll. A little bit more efficiency coming out. Well, Arbin now, with the help of Mad, looking down the middle lane. Poor Mad. No armor, no money whatsoever. Horse jumps in, but there was Repel and Omnite. That's why Funnick, he jumped in and didn't have lasso. He got the Repel out, but he had no way to drag him back. And the Horse is a little bit too late. He needed to be the first one with the Hoof Stomp to get the trigger before the Repel could be cast. Okay, so Denial will bring all 5 Furies into this middle lane. The SD is going to scout out Soshka. At the same time, Soshka, yeah, he kind of knows it too. Disruption, it's going to go. Well, immediately a basic concussive shot. Giral, very quick on the seal on him. Horse double Hoof Stomp with also the double edge and Mystic Flare. They dish out enough damage to get a kill. And Soshka, he's locked in with a tree in the cog. He was pincered in. And now Mag going to get lassoed back. Oh, it's really a disaster for Denial. They're going to lose 4 heroes because they're trying to get the Dazzle out. He's got Shallow Grave available. He'll get it off. He'll only waste a little bit of time. The Firefly's on top, so he'll tick out straight away anyway. And it's Silencer that gets the double kill. Then he now with 8 points of stolen intelligence. And they're coming in towards the tier 1 tower in middle lane. So Denial doing some really good jobs. They punish the overextension of Navi in multiple lanes. And then that happened. And Navi, their advantage, which was already quite substantial, but it was coming back, is just going to change around. Matt again cannot hit these arrows. Giral already going for the crush. His Blink Dagger got put on cooldown because the Firefly was there. Clockwork, well, he did manage to jump in. He got the Centaur a little bit further down south. Double edge and the Firefly allows Centaur to turn around and get the kill with the help of, well, actually, Batrider to get the kill with the help of the Centaur. Giral sprints himself away. And they're looking for more kills. Matt's the primary target. He's the easier target. There's no leap available. He'll actually die right now unless the Shallow Grave's there. It's not even available. The weave will be used by the Dazzle, but he only affected 2 heroes here of Navi. And with the Hoof Stomp already out, the Slaughter will get crushed up. Ironic, just as Omni-Knight repels and TP's out, so he's safe away. But the Dazzle again, the Shallow Grave just buys him some time. And Horse, well, is that really needed, Horse? Double edges.
I die.
Oh,
baby. Oh, may it never be forgotten. May it never be forgotten. It seems every time Navi is looking to take a tier 1 tower, Horst must die. Horst must die. Then he's looking for an easy pickup. He's going to get the silence straight away over on the Omni-Knight. There's a little bit more support around him. The hook shot will come in, but oh man, there's a 4-star for him. Then he didn't even use it. He's got a haste rune. So Sasuke managed to hook his own range creep. Was his hook shot onto cooldown for a moment. Then he's going to get initiated on. And wow, okay. Haste rune's wearing off, man, especially when you're going to get bashed up by Giral. Means the runaway is not going to be possible. FNG throwing out the orb. Giral being slowed down as the purge from Banskor with the catcher. Horse, blink, orb stomp, but no. Giral turned around. He blinked to go initiating on Navi. The Weaver's also having its effect over on Denial. It's halfway through his duration. That's going to be a very, very tanky Clockwork coming in point blank range. And FNG, he got arrowed to the tree line. Banskor will buy him some time to come out this one. Mystic Flare is going to drop it on fucking Mad. Mad will be able to run himself away in time. And 3 heroes are now lost from Navi. Denial hit back hard. And now they will take a tier 1 tower. Horst? Again? Again, Horst? No, yep. Tier 1 towers, and Horst must die. 4-star. He'll evade the arrow for the moment. He's still amplified. But Slaughter does not want to chase any further. He doesn't have mana for a crush, even with his 3 stick charges. The mid-tier 1 tower does take a fall. And Funny just tries to get the best of a worse situation, and thus push the top lane out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, you'll see Giral up here, but he's too busy just getting his farm. With BTs as well as a Blink Dagger, at least Funnick can always be there for the engagements. Whoops, 1 creep left over. The Vorst will come up.
Dire's top
Gotta be,
tower is under
maybe it's
attack.
just next level.
Dire's
Like if
top
Voss just
tower
tries to
fallen.
play in a position which you know is
Radiant's
completely
bottom
out of
tower is
position,
under attack.
and you think like, okay, well, he's got no support behind him, and then Denial go, and then there's all of a sudden 4 other heroes behind him, and Navi have the entire team. Maybe that's the plan from Horvost. It's crocodile tears is all it really is. 18 seconds until hookshot's back off cooldown. So Soshka throws the rocket up. Horvost, he's got vision here. The Observer Ward sees it perfectly. Sees Giral. He's able to juke out. Well, not juke out. He just moved himself away. Giral! Oh, man! With the sprint up and then the global silence, no Shallow Grave could save him. They lasso the Dazzle, sliced him in two with a double edge, and then Sochka also, the Cog's meant to protect him, the Flame Break pushes him back out of the Cogs again. The seal, on top of Sochka, means he has to remain until Horvost goes for a second double edge now.
Dire's top
And I think
tower
Horvost
is
had
under
enough of this repel. He's actually building a diffuser blade over on this Centaur. That could be a new one for the books.
Dire's top tower is under
Navi are
attack.
looking to force up the middle lane. 20 points of stolen intelligence now inside of Silencer. And he's getting closer to finishing up the Aghanim Scepter.
Dire's middle
Sentry
tower
wards it
is
down.
under
The Observer
attack.
Ward saw the arrow coming. Not through the tree line. So they don't have that kind of vision. But they saw Mag around the tree line. Oh, Horvost. Oh, it just looks so easy once the secondary TP comes in. Where is it? Phonic's there. He doesn't have lasso. Oh, that's why. Without the lasso, they may not feel confident enough to get the kill. Not to mention, actually, they seem mad. The Observer Wards have come down. Now the Firefly is up. Courier passing over some treads. So they see Giral. The blink up. Lasso will happen. The Shallow Grave's going to be there. Horvost, he doesn't have his blink dagger. He's already used it. So he'll use his Centaur ulti to actually bail out of this one. So 2 ultis used by Navi, and they fail. They fail on the kill. 4 staff down, Mad. He's right behind him with that Moonlight Shadow. That's a Radiant Observer Ward that's sitting, however, right next to Horvost. So the reveal is there. He 4-stars quickly, blinks, hopefully as quick. Yep, there we go. I think he realized he couldn't blink into a safe position from up here, so he had to walk a little bit further south. That's Nala most definitely on the hunt for Navi scalps. Clockwork. Well, he can try and hookshot himself down, but Vanscore's going to protect himself. Unfortunately for the Skyrush Mage, he can't be said to do the same kind of thing, while Denny's on the other side. He doesn't have Global Silence just yet. It's going to come off cooldown now. He might trigger it. Horvost, double Hoof Stomp. There's your Global Silence. Vanscore decides, okay, maybe not the greatest time to TP out. Horvost needs my help, and he'll have it as well. Slider does kill up the Silencer, but Dazzle into the Shallow Grave. Protected for now, try and TP out. The poison was still on top of him, but he's back to base with the catcher. Funnick's not finished with this just yet. We'll jump in. He's got the lasso on Sochka. It's still a 2-for-2 trade-off. The Hoof Stomp over to Horvost, however, means he can't... Oh, no, there it is. Hoof Stomp onto him. The crush from Slider, in fact. Stopping that one. 4-star down. Now the Central. He doesn't want to be that close to Sochka. He'll die to that, and he just did. He'll end up dying to the creep wave, was in middle lane. So again, Horvost feeding himself. It wasn't his fault, though. Actually, yes, it was. It was his own 4-star. I was going to say it was Bat Rise, but it was his own 4-star. Now FNG, Mystic Flare, mops up Sochka. Mad trying to stand in a fight. No mana left. He's already used his leap. And with the Urn charges on top of him, the Stick charges will not let him survive. And Denial will lose. 2 more heroes this middle lane. A lot more money and levels coming into the 2 supports for Navi.
Dire's top tower is under
It
attack.
will be the first time. All right. I like how you also have the word if in that one. If he finishes Diffuser Blade. Because I will flag at the moment. Oh no, he's got 2 Blades of Alacrity. He just needs to afford the recipe, which means not dying for the next 5 minutes. Then he'll be good to go. Now 4-staff over on FNG. Maneuverability is going to be high.
Allies disappear.
Moonlight Shadow, they're coming out the bottom lane. They're looking towards Dandy, but at the same time, you just had Vanscore TP down, and they're realizing something is awry. Every player is missing. And the Rocket scouting in the tree line. Dandy, he'll find Map, seals him up, the crush will come. SD's got disrupted to keep Dandy alive for the moment, while Mad being purged up, four-staff him down behind the tree line. And Denial, they don't know where the rest of Navi is, hence they're backing up right now. But they were on a 4v2 engagement just then. FNG, he could wait this repel out if he wants to. I think he knows it too. With the 4-staff, he can just counter-initiate. Like 4-staff down, go into the concussive shot. It'll slow down Arbin. And he just drops the hammer.
Avail.
Well, they're going to be ready to fight mid. Denial's rotated into the tier 2 tower. Giral, Blink, Crush, he caught out Dendy. Now the Mystic Flare, Slaughter! Whoa! The ulti will come off from the Omnite, will buy him some time. As Falk, he's in the back line too, Flame breaking him up, Silencer. He was initiated on by Soshka, that was his hook shot in. At the same time, double Hoof Stomp from Avos. He's looking for a target to double edge. He'll have to do it over on the Dazzle. 4-star back down against Vanscore, keeping the poison stacks going. There's still a 2-for-1 trade-off until the Slaughter dying in front of the tier 1 tower. Arbin as well, going to TP out, but the lasso is up from Funnick, dragging Arbin back while the Clockwork, killing off FNG on the high ground. Is tip for tat, toe for toe, and maybe Omni Knight. Look at how many, he's got 6 sticky nade bomb stacks on top of him. He wasn't walking anywhere. And now Soshka with 2 stacks, about to become 3 stacks. He might be trying to run himself out of the cogs. Funnick, and he's got Blink. 1 second, he's trying to keep up with him. The problem is he got hit by the cogs too often. Now he blinks up, he kept, no, he didn't keep the stacks up. Battery Assault will go. Hookshot was coming off cooldown as well for Soshka. And he might considering jumping. Now the Battery Assault's duration's already worn off. If he hookshot it in right now, he'll just end up feeding himself. But 31-21. Can't say it's not action-packed. Kill counts all around. And a buyback coming out from Slaughter. Don't think intentional. I don't think intentional at all. I don't know how, I didn't check and see how long he's got left. Socio's running around with an invis rate. Oh, Sentry one. What time for FNG to drop that? Hoof Stomp will come. FNG gets himself out of the cogs. Mystic Flare, he could commit it, but doesn't need to. They get the kill. No way to hype for the Clockwork. Well, Soshka thought he was perfectly alright then. And Funnick, he's waiting for another opportunity. He's not stuck. He's got 4-staff as well as his Blink Dagger. But he's looking around Roshan. Like that was the only other logical explanation for the Slaughter to buy back is you want to go a quick Roshan. But Navi's heroes were spawning up in 5 to 6 seconds at that point. So it made no sense whatsoever. And now Funnick, oh, he got crushed. They need more help to come in at the moment. And they, well, where is it? Not there. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Maybe not. Dazzle. Oh, the Mystic Flare kills him off. The Global Silence. Giral's in trouble. He's up a little bit too far. Now Avos in for the Hoof Stomp into double edge as well. They get the kill. They'll throw the orb damage up. And they're searching for the opening. There goes Giraldi out from Centaur. And they're right on top of Denial. This will be a genocide at the moment. You might have the Clockwork respawning up at the moment, but even couriers are getting sniped down during the middle of the fight. There goes your Aghanim for the Silencer, but it's too late already. He's already used his Global Silence. They don't care. They go in past the tier 3 tower to kill off Lucky Mad. Then they kill off the freshly respawned Clockwork. And that is going to be so much gold coming the way of Navi. 37 kills now, and GG is the call coming out from Lucky Mad. Navi will advance themselves up. We'll have a battle up against Fnatic to get themselves into the winner's bracket semi-final, where then they'll be 1 victory away from qualifying for ESL 1 New York in Madison Square Garden Theater. Again, if you're going to be in New York around that time, get yourself a ticket already before they all sell